So what I have here is Windows 10 Developer Preview. Windows 10 is still currently not available for sale, so things might change slightly from this before it actually is available to the general public, but in general this is what it's going to look like and how it will function. So there's quite a few differences from Windows 7 and Windows 8, but it seems like they took the best aspects of 7 and 8 and moved forward with it, listened to a lot of customer feedback. The biggest thing was on Windows 8, the full screen apps and the full screen start menu and stuff. People weren't really a big fan of that on a computer that had a keyboard and mouse. Like, it was okay with a touchscreen, but with normal function it wasn't so good. But so what they've done is now with Windows 10 you get the start button back, but it's a little more similar to the start menu from Windows 8. So you can still have your live tiles and everything that you may have liked from Windows 8. And what's great is they actually even give you the functionality to change it exactly how you want, which is really what was missing from Windows 8. The tile thing was okay, but it not giving you any ability to change it was what was really frustrating. So you see, you can actually even make it bigger now and move around all your live tiles. You can even remove these completely, and you can drag it so that it's shorter, taller. You can change the color of it. You can remove these. You can unpin any of them and they'll disappear. You can unpin all of them, make it just like the Windows Start menu from Windows 7. And then there's also a lot of settings that you can access right from right-clicking on the Start button. You get all these great options that are available immediately. You don't have to go through other things to get there. So they've really stepped it up with the usability. And now also there aren't apps that open full screen anymore, which some people might have liked that for a tablet, but now they've added an option where if you go into the settings, there's actually a full screen option. So down in tablet mode right here, you can turn on tablet mode, and then you'll notice that it works a lot more like Windows 8 did in its full screen touch options. Like, now you see that the menu is more full screen. So they made it so now you can have both options that work pretty well, and that's really a big deal. Makes it much better. Windows 10 is also a bit better on memory management than Windows 7 and 8 were, and it's a bit faster, boots up a bit faster, and they've really done a good job too with the task manager. You can really see what is using a lot of your all your disk space and your processor speed and everything. Like, you can see where all your memory is being consumed, your processor. So if you have apps that are making your computer run slow, you can see it really well here. And they have great graphing stuff, so you can see what it has been over time, and then even the app history, so you can see what has been using a lot in the past. So they've done a really good job with that. And then also you may notice that Internet Explorer doesn't exist anymore. What it has here is Project Spartan, which it's actually going to be called Microsoft Edge. So Project Spartan goes along with Halo, just like Cortana, which that's one more difference here is that you'll notice this search option right here. This search can actually be turned on with Cortana, so exactly how it would work on your phone, now you can use this Cortana the same way on your desktop. So it can even be your account could be synchronized between the two of them, and like take notes and stuff between them. But you have to turn it on. But it's a cool feature that's there and available if you're interested in it. Overall, that's the really big differences that you're going to notice. Also, the settings is a big new one. So the control panel that you know and love, it's still here actually. So there are some options that are only available here and not available in the control panel, while there's also some settings that are in the control panel that are not available here. So you might end up having to use both, but at least the control panel is still there. So if you're used to using that, you can just search for it. I think it's right under, oh, it's in there. And so this has a whole bunch of accounts is a big one now. Windows is turning into a lot more like Android and Apple and everything, and how they're linking all your accounts together, which some people like, some people don't, but they're not forcing you to use it, which is nice. You can still create an account that's not a Microsoft Online account. So that's a good feature. And then they have the App Store just like in Windows 8, but now these apps that you get from here are not full screen apps. They'll run in Windows just like these two are right now, which is a huge plus because people really didn't like the full screen stuff. And the workflow is pretty good in Windows 10 as well, where you see that when I brought this one to the side, it automatically shrunk that one and allowed me to just click on it to make it so that it was doing a half and half, like a lot of people do on Windows 7 and Windows 8. So they've really taken some cues on the usability here for what people like and what people actually use. So you still have this show desktop option down here, where if you click on that, it'll show your desktop. This button shows you all your running applications, so you can open them up. Let's see here if there's any other features you might be interested in. The settings has a lot of usability and visual settings, so they have a lot more cool personalization options. See if we go in here, like one of the cool ones is that they have an option to automatically pick an accent color for my background. If you turn that off, you can force it to be whatever color you want, such as like I can make this orange, and you'll see that that changes the start menu color, and everything here kind of picks up that accent color. But if you turn that on, anytime you change your background, it'll actually adjust that color to match it. So see if I pick this one here, it's going to change it to a slightly kind of green color. If I pick this background, it'll change it to more of a blue. That's a really cool feature, kind of makes it look a bit more sleek. Those are the really big changes that I've noticed where the usability is different. There's plenty of stuff in the background that you won't even notice, like it's more secure now, things like that. But those are the big things. If there's anything that I've forgotten, then just leave a comment at the bottom about it, and I'll probably make an updated video in another couple weeks, especially if Windows decides to change anything else big before the release.